This evening, students of Captain Elechi Amadi Polytechnic, Port Harcourt protest. One-party Rivers State Assembly draws concerns. Presidential Election Tribunal adjourns to Wednesday. Residents rally support for victims of fire outbreak in Rumumasi, Port Harcourt. Vice President presents discharge certificate to Transcorp Power PLC. On the foreign scene, 8 dead as car strikes people in Texas, U.S. I am Kala Dakoru Batubo. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. Good evening. Some students of Captain Elechi Amadi Polytechnic, Port Harcourt, today protested over an alleged cancellation of their exams by management of the school. The protesters are HND 1 students of the Public Administration Department. President of the Student Union Government, Briggs Ipalibo, in an interview with correspondent Mata Okere, explained that the students protested over a policy by JAM that prevents students from changing the department they were in during their national diploma to another department when they come back to continue their studies for HND.
Students from Pub Admin HND1, they are coming from biz admin. They are transferred to Pub Admin HND1. Now, there is a new policy from JAM and NYS. If you are in Pub HND1, you must be in Pub Admin and finish. If you are in biz admin, you have to finish from biz admin, or you will not be allowed to go to service. Their issue is that they have paid school fees and everything. They were not informed. Everything is not about protest. You have to go back to their protest is that they should be assured that they will have a favorable answer from the school management. Still relating with the school management system, they will have a favorable answer from the school management.
Mr. Ipalibo said the Student Union Government is already in talks with the management of Captain Elechi Amadi Polytechnic, Port Harcourt to resolve the issue. Earlier, one of the porters spoke in an online video.
Don't they write our exam? School give us admission. We buy form. We do screening. School give us admission. We don't pay our acceptance fee. We don't accept the admission finish. We don't pay everything, pay school fees. Today we dey write exam. Management come tell us say tomorrow we no come school, come write the exam again. As it stands now, say when we go home, say no school for us. Say people away from business admin, when they no come school again.
The management of Captain Elechi Amadi Polytechnic, Port Harcourt, is yet to speak in this. Moving on. In a bid to appease the family of the taxi driver who died after an altercation with an official of the River State Tax Force, Arumokoro, in Obiakpo, a meeting between the family of the tax force official and that of the late taxi driver has been held. Executive Director of the Human Rights, Social Development and Environmental Foundation, Justice Ijoma, told correspondent Oyekachi Wosu that the meeting was held at the Criminal Investigation Department at the instance of the family of the tax force official. Mr. Ijoma said if the meeting fails to yield any positive result, they will seek alternative ways to get justice.
Last week Friday, the family met with the suspect family at State CID. The family of the suspect requested for the meeting, and we are invited at the in respect to that. There are windows for discussion. Then maybe if it didn't work out, then other actions may comment.
Mr. Ijoma also criticized the River State government for failure to respond to the organization's mandate for the family of the late taxi driver.
We haven't got any response from the governor since then we wrote that letter. Not any communication from him, the staff, or any of the government officials. Have not got any response from both of the instituted by he established them, the committee, and he will also be responsible.
As taxi driver Mr. Timon Iworulam died after an altercation with an official of the River State Tax Force, and they think his death sparked from taxi drivers at the Rumokoro access. Some residents are now continuing relief items for victims of the fire which got to the building at St. Market Lane, Rumumasi access last night. The incident, one of the victims, Adela Aisha, from a tenant bedroom. She said they are yet to attain the exact cause of fire as the tenant whose bedroom the first started is currently at the hospital.
It actually started from a tenant's room. The singers are not in the cabin downstairs. If had been a frail jerrycan in the house, what? At the moment, the tenants ran out of gates, shouted fire, fire, fire. The old station that isn't working, those madams there were shouting. They were actually the ones that re-escalated the whole thing. And we've not heard from her. She's actually in shock in the hospital and she's not able to talk. We had to get information from the house help. What happened? We owners of the property, we don't even know how it hit. It entered my apartment through the roof and finished everything. My documents from birth certificates to my NYC to all my certificates, so it's all engulfed in the thing. International passport, traveling documents, all gone.
Ms. Esh had also narrated how she drove State Fire Service and was advised to go to the Federal Fire Secretariat that the State Service cannot assist.
When I got there, the place was deserted. No lights, nothing. I entered, I knocked, I had opened the gate. I entered into the building. I was shouting and saying, help. I heard a voice from the backyard saying, Madam, please go to Federal Secretariat. That's where you help. So we had to run to Federal Secretariat on Aba Road. It was from there that they told us, okay, fine. They now moved. But by then, our tenants too had called SPDC and Total. So they were the ones that, so by the time I had gotten here, SPDC and Total Fire Service had already landed.
She called on the government to ensure the State Fire Service is functional. As the inauguration of the 10th House of Assembly draws closer, political analysts have been speaking on the advantages and downside of a State House of Assembly that will be dominated by legislators from one political party in Rivers State. As you may know, the incoming Rivers State House of Assembly, when inaugurated, will have 32 lawmakers who won their elections on the platform of the PDP. Speaking on this, an analyst, Den Tien Ari, tells correspondent Ibi Oruwari that the people's views will be suppressed due to the absence of minority voices.
On the other hand, we have diverse political parties think that there will be variation in their views if the candidates in the parliament are different. They will not go to the decision of one man called the governor to the leadership of the legislature. They will also make their point known. This interest ordinarily supposed to be the interest of their constituent, not their individual interest. In our kind of democracy, where the representative is a trustee rather than a delegate.
Mr. Harry, who is also a lecturer with the Captain Ilichi Amadi Polytechnic, however, said a one-party legislature could lead to effective synergy between the legislature and the executive arms of the government.
In any case, the good side of it is that there will be quote-unquote peace in the state, the peace of the graveyard, in that there will be no crisis in governance, because whatever the executive will present, the legislature will concur, and seamless the processes will be going on. But then it has implications. It will enhance or expedite decision making. Nobody will question whatever decision the governor wants to, whatever he wants, they will approve for him. That is what we will experience, irrespective of what the people feel. But that is how it should be.
Similarly, a lecturer with the University of Port Harcourt, Obinna Nwodim, said a one-party legislature will defeat the purpose of political debates, which is intended to create laws that will benefit the people.
In democracy, the parliament is a major feature of society. In a situation where you have a parliament comprising of one political system, when you have a parliament that comprises of one political party, it narrows the political debates, political discussion, and at the end of the day, the output from that platform does not actually portray the interest of all segments of the society.
Dr. Nwodim also said a one-party legislature will not accommodate the ideologies of other political parties in the state.
Most often, the political interest, particularly the political ideologies of the other parties, are not accommodated within the decision-making process of the ruling party. That's why any kind of democracy we practice in this part of the world, it is a winner-takes-all thing. So once a political party comes into power, that party discards the ideas, the ideology of the other party, and runs its own policies, all that.
Still ahead, Presidential Election Tribunal adjourns to Wednesday. Stay tuned as we go for a quick commercial break.
You are tuned in to
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back. A group of protesters today stormed the appeal court in Abuja asking the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal to stop the inauguration of the President-elect Bola Tinubu. The protesters, who would not give specific names for their groups but say they are a coalition of civil societies, urged the court to stop the inauguration, saying there are still several pending issues involving the APC candidate. After a brief moment of congregating outside the Court of Appeal building, security operatives dispersed the protesters. The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal is adjourned to Tuesday, hearing still for petition of the party and Peter Obi and that of the Action People's Party APP. Tuesday's proceedings will have the petitions of Atiku Abubakar and Allied People's Movement in its schedule. Professor Oshibajo acknowledged that Transcorp is able to deliver efficiently and even way beyond the expectations. He said the right privatization policy will attract more serious-minded investments. Earlier, the chairman of Transcorp, Tony Elumelu, said apart from exceeding the 680 megawatts, its indigenization policy ensures that Transcorp power plant is managed and operated by Nigerians with the aim of improving lives, creating jobs, and lifting people out of poverty. Mr. Elumelu used the forum to appeal to friends, Africans, and the organized private sector to prioritize investments in the power sector.
For us at SOD's Group, for us at Transcorp Group, we believe in improved access to electricity because we know that improved access to electricity means powering our schools, helping hospitals to function very well, helping businesses to grow and create employment, and most importantly, helping to industrialize Nigeria. And so because of this, we invest in the power sector. In line with our philosophy of Afro-capitalism, we cannot develop Nigeria, Africa, without improvement in our access to electricity. We also have operated under very, very strict safety standards. We have operated since 2013, 10 years now, no incident.
In a remark, the Director General of the Bureau of Public Enterprises, Alex Oko, recalled that Ugeli Power PLC entered the agreement on August 21, 2013, and that the milestones achieved in reforming operations of the power generation enterprise will further sustain partnership in improving the gains in the power sector. In entertainment, Nigerian superstar Asake has been crowned the best African artist at the 2023 Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. In sports, Argentina captain Lionel Messi returned to training with Paris Saint-Germain on Monday, 6 days after he was suspended for going on an unauthorized trip to Saudi Arabia.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
On the foreign scene, 8 people have been killed in the U.S. state of Texas after a car struck a group at the bus stop close to a shelter for the homeless and migrants. The incident happened in the city of Brownsville near the Mexican border this afternoon. At least 5 other people have been injured, some of them critically. The driver has been arrested and charged. Brownsville police say it is not clear whether the incident was intentional. On the news this evening, you heard students of Captain Elechi Amadi Polytechnic, Port Harcourt today protested over an alleged cancellation of exams by school management. Political analysts are concerned about a one-party legislative assembly in Rivers State. Presidential Election Tribunal has adjourned till Wednesday. Residents are rallying support for victims of fire outbreak in Rumamasi, Port Harcourt. Vice President presents discharge certificate to Transcorp Power PLC. On the foreign scene, 8 dead as car strikes people in Texas, U.S. The news was edited by Martha Okiri. Mostly cloudy weather expected in Port Harcourt this evening. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. I am Kala Dakuru Batibo. Good evening. Hard Facts with Dio continues. Stay tuned.